The devaluation of the currency of a country is not technically considered a good or bad thing for the country in general, but if it has a negative effect on people who have a job or have a small business or even a medium-sized company. I will explain how a currency is devalued and the negative effects it causes on your personal economic system. A currency of a country can be devalued for various reasons, but today we are only going to highlight 3 ways, which are most commonly used. There is the devaluation of the currency by monetary policy. One way a country can stimulate its economy is through its monetary policy. Many central banks attempt to control the demand for currency by increasing or decreasing the money supply or benchmark interest rates. The money supply is the amount of currency in circulation. As the money supply of a country increases, the currency becomes more available, therefore the price of borrowing the currency decreases. On the other hand, the interest rate is the price at which you can borrow money. With a low interest rate, people and businesses are more willing and able to borrow money. As they continually spend this borrowed money, the economy grows. However, if there is too much money in the economy, and the supply of goods and services does not increase, prices can begin to inflate. Inflation. Another variable that greatly influences the value of a currency is the inflation rate, that is, it increases the general price of goods and services. While a small amount of inflation indicates a healthy economy, an excessive increase can cause economic instability, ultimately leading to currency depreciation. The inflation rate and interest rates of a country greatly influence its economy. If the inflation rate rises too high, the central bank can counter the problem by raising the interest rate. This encourages people to stop spending and instead save their money. It also stimulates foreign investment and increases the amount of capital entering the market, leading to a greater supply of foreign exchange. Therefore, an increase in the interest rate of a country leads to an appreciation of its currency. Similarly, a decrease in an interest rate causes the currency to depreciate. Political and economic conditions. Economic and political conditions, external and internal, can also cause the value of a currency to fluctuate. While investors enjoy high interest rates, they also value the predictability of an investment. That is why the currencies of politically stable and economically sound countries are generally in higher demand, which, in turn, leads to higher exchange rates. In addition to changes in the money supply, interest rates, and inflation rates, other key economic indicators include gross domestic product, unemployment rate, remittances, and the trade balance, a country's total exports minus its imports totals. If these indicators show a strong and growing economy, the currency will tend to appreciate as demand increases. Similarly, strong internal and external political conditions positively impact currency values. If a country finds itself in the midst of political unrest or global tensions, the currency becomes less attractive and demand falls. On the other hand, if a market sees the introduction of a new government that suggests stability or strong future economic growth, a currency may appreciate as people buy it based on good expectations. When a currency devaluation occurs, the main negative effects are change in the prices of imported goods and services. The devaluation implies less purchasing power of the local currency. Therefore, the ability to buy imported goods and services is reduced. For example, a good such as oil that costs $100 in foreign currency and $1,000 in local currency, that is, with an exchange rate of $10, after a devaluation of 10% that takes the exchange rate to $11, would raise the price of the same imported good to $1,100. Loss of purchasing power of employees. As a consequence of the increase in inflation, all the people who receive fixed income in the local currency see their purchasing power diminished. Erosion of savings in local currency and loss of real wages. Debt liquidation by companies that established the contract in local currency. Although this in some cases does not happen since generally the loan contracts are agreed at a variable inflation rate. However, it may be that in some countries indexing is prohibited, resulting in a transfer of wealth from creditors to debtors. The negative effects produce social discontent that can manifest itself at a very great political cost, and a devaluation can even bring large-scale economic consequences, such as the tequila effect and the vodka effect. It is these consequences that devaluation is always used as a last resort. I hope you liked the video. If you want me to make a video about the tequila effect and the vodka effect, you can leave it in the comments. You can support us with a like. Have a nice rest of the day.